Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
The family. Family structures vary across cultures. Some cultures prioritize monogamy, with a man, a woman, and their children as the core family unit. Others prioritize polygamy, where a man has multiple wives and extended family members play a key role. The family is viewed as the starting point of public administration. This is because the family is often the first institution in which individuals learn the principles of governance and administration, as outlined below. 1. Authority and responsibility. The family is often the first institution where individuals learn about authority, responsibility, and decision-making, which lays the groundwork for their understanding of public administration. 2. Primary socializing institution. The family acts as a person's primary socializing institution, providing the foundation for interaction and communication with others. Within the family unit, individuals develop essential social skills and learn the norms and expectations of interpersonal relationships, which they carry into their interactions within broader society. 3. Orientation towards beliefs and values. The family serves as the starting point for individuals' orientation toward beliefs and values. Children absorb the values and beliefs of their parents and immediate family members, which shape their worldview and guide their attitudes and behaviors towards various aspects of life, including problem-solving, cultural practices, and language. 4. Transmission of attitudes and behaviors. Children often adopt the dominant attitudes and behaviors towards their community from their parents. The family environment serves as a model for how individuals interact with and perceive their surrounding community, influencing their approach to social dynamics and engagement. 5. Development of communication skills. Parents, particularly the father and mother, serve as the starting point of a child's communication system. Within the family, children learn effective communication strategies, including active listening and conflict resolution techniques, which they apply in their interactions with others in society. 6. Interpersonal skills development. The communication and interaction process within the family contributes to the development of interpersonal skills as children grow. Through ongoing interactions with family members, children learn how to navigate social relationships, express themselves effectively, and understand social cues and norms. 7. Integration with other social groups. Family serves as the bridge to introduce children to various social groups, such as educational, religious, and economic institutions, beyond the family. These interactions further shape their socialization and understanding of communal values, emphasizing the importance of collective well-being over individual interests. 8. Understanding of the welfare state concept. Within the family, children learn the concept of the welfare state, where they are taught to care for vulnerable members of society, such as the elderly and those in need of assistance. This fosters a sense of community and social responsibility, emphasizing the importance of mutual support and care within society. 9. Awareness of protection and security measures. Through familial experiences, children develop an understanding of protection and security within their social environment. They observe how they are protected and who needs protection. This gives them insights into security measures and safety protocols within their community. Categories or types of family role systems. The functioning of a family unit is influenced by various structures and dynamics known as family systems. These systems are composed of different types of roles and responsibilities that each family member assumes to maintain a harmonious and efficient family dynamic, as laid out below. 1. Traditional system. In this type of family unit, the father assumes a dominant role as the primary breadwinner, making all decisions for the family. The mother typically fulfills the traditional role of a full-time homemaker and is obedient to the father's authority. 2. System of camaraderie. In this system, the father still holds a leading position, and the mother's point of view is also considered. The mother may work part-time to supplement the family income and is recognized for her role in society. She may also make certain decisions on her own, indicating a more collaborative approach within the family. 3. System of equality, egalitarian system. In this setup, both parents work, contributing equally to the family's income. The mother is no longer confined to a traditional homemaker role, and may even delegate household responsibilities to hired help. Tasks within the home are shared between both parents, and decisions are made jointly, reflecting a more balanced distribution of power and responsibilities. Evolution of communities. Communities are formed when groups of families come together for social interaction and companionship. As societies developed and became more populous, it was imperative to establish guidelines and policies to guarantee the safety, protection, and appropriate usage of natural resources. This was accomplished through formal agreements and the leadership of a chosen few, who were entrusted with the responsibility of managing relationships and ensuring social order. However, with the growth of communities, the need for standardized rules and regulations applicable to all members became apparent. This led to the emergence of formal government institutions tasked with governing the collective interests of the community, where the idea of representation emerged, and members were elected to represent individuals in government bodies. In developed societies, the government acts as the highest authority and establishes a social agreement with citizens, which involves giving up some privacy in exchange for maintaining order in the larger population. The government's mandate is derived from the will of the people, who are the true owners of the state. Hence, the government is accountable for fulfilling and implementing the desires of the community. The state. As communities evolve and become more organized, they often develop shared interests and territories that necessitate the creation of an independent and sovereign entity, known as a state. The state is defined as an organized society occupying a definite territory and possessing an authoritative government that is independent of external control. Sovereignty is the essence of the state, which gives it the legal power to make and enforce whatever internal laws it sees fit, and is subject only to voluntary agreements. Sovereignty is comprised of three key attributes. Firstly, it involves independence, meaning that a sovereign nation has exclusive authority over its area and is not subject to legal interference from other nations. Secondly, equality is essential, as no nation is subordinate to another in exercising its authority within its territory, and each must abide by agreed international laws. Lastly, unanimity underscores that any rule of international law must be unanimously accepted by the nations to which it applies, demonstrating sovereign immunity. In essence, the state represents the highest level of societal organization, embodying sovereignty, independence, equality, and unanimity in its governance and interactions within the international community. Fundamentally, a state system aims to meet everyone's needs collectively. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, summed up the problem of any state by stating that every state is a community of some kind, and every community is established with a view to some good for mankind and always acts to obtain that which they think is good. But if all communities aim at a specific good, then the state or political community, which is the highest of them all, aims at the greatest good, and the highest good. Those who rule a community must therefore make sure that customs, traditions, legal procedures, and conventions are put into place to achieve the best for everyone. The administrative systems and processes should be democratic. The democratic state. A democratic state operates on the following principles. 1. The rulers are elected by the people of the country to govern them. 2. The people grant the government a mandate to choose the method of rule. 3. Citizens contribute through various forms of taxation to assist the government in ensuring a better life for all. The government utilizes public administration to achieve this goal. 4. The government remains accountable to the people who elected them and are paying taxes, requiring them to provide reasons for their actions. 5. The relationship between the government and the community is regulated through national politics within the framework of the Constitution. Characteristics of the state. A state possesses the following characteristics. 1. an internationally recognized demarcated geographical area. Each state is defined by a specific geographic territory marked by borders, whether natural features like coastlines, rivers, and mountain ranges, or artificial boundaries such as wire fences. These borders are officially registered internationally, and the state's airspace is also considered part of its territory. The movement of people and goods across borders is controlled, requiring passports and permissions from authorities. 2. A permanent population. A permanent population is a fundamental characteristic of a state. It signifies that the state has a stable and settled community residing within its territory on a permanent basis. This population serves as the foundation for governance, actively participating in administrative processes and governance structures, including activities such as elections. The presence of a permanent population ensures continuity and stability within the state, allowing for the establishment of institutions and the implementation of policies that cater to the needs and interests of its residents. 3. The right to self-determination of a nation. This entails the freedom for the people to choose their governing authorities, irrespective of political party affiliations. Self-determination acknowledges the diversity of individuals within the community and grants them the liberty to select their representatives. This principle extends to the recognition and protection of various associations and groups formed within the state. 4. A state is an independent political entity, and its sovereignty is closely tied to the concept of self-determination. Sovereignty grants a state the authority to govern its people, enforce its own laws and rights, defend itself, and regulate its economy without external influence or control. This includes the ability to establish subordinate or regional authorities and delegate legislative, executive, and judicial powers, as deemed necessary, known as the devolution of authority. Public institutions are established to uphold law and order and provide services for the general welfare and care of the community. This enables the people to govern themselves according to their conscience, beliefs, and convictions, which can only occur if the state is independent and self-governing. 5. Additionally, a state can only be considered as such if it has received international recognition. This means that the state must be acknowledged by the global community as a legitimate entity with the right to participate in international affairs and discussions. This recognition is often granted through membership in organizations like the United Nations. Once a state has achieved international recognition, it is free to govern itself and create its own infrastructure and institutions in accordance with its own laws and regulations. This autonomy allows the state to appoint its own officials and act independently in all aspects of governance.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.